Benjamin DeLorenzo, and standing right behind me is a green screen. Now this green screen has the power to take you anywhere in the world where you want. Now, quote, normal people would say something, oh, I want to go to Florida, I want to go to China, I want to go to Timbuktu. Boring. You could go anywhere in the world and you choose Florida? For shame. Boo! So that is why, on this personalized tour, I'm going to be taking you to Chernobyl, Ukraine. Standing right behind us is the infamous Chernobyl power plant, which, kind of the reason why Chernobyl looks like the way it is today, but let's just push that aside for now. The way that the entire Chernobyl disaster went down was that during a reactor coolant test, due to a drop in power, as well as just the general design of the reactor, when they tried to shut it off, big power surge went through, and then bada bing bada boom, reactor number 4 explodes and releases radioactive fallout all over the city. And now we're here. Now, most people think of Chernobyl as this death zone. Oh no, don't go there, you're gonna get cancer. Personally, I beg to differ. Looks like a little fun playground to me. Now on to the next location. For our next location, we have this inconspicuous looking crane claw. Now when it comes to this crane claw, it's not normal because it is one of the most radioactive items that sit in Chernobyl. This is due to the fact that it was used in order to clean out radioactive rubble after the main meltdown happened and, big explosion. So, yeah, pretty cool. Actually, at some point, somebody put pink spray paint on it. I mean, I don't really care when it comes to that. All I really gotta say is they probably got some kind of cancer, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. On to the next one. Up next on our list, we have this inconspicuous looking blob. Now when it comes to this blob, it has been conned the elephant's foot. And when it actually, comes to what it's made out of, it's actually made out of something called corium. And this is because the blob, believe it or not, was made out of reactor number 4 when, the entire casing around it exploded. And then when it melted and combined with all the other crap that was in the facility. And believe it or not, this one blob has been marked as one of the most radioactive objects in history. Its radiation has gone down a little bit due to the decay of the radioactivity, but for the most part, its radioactivity is still on full blast. In fact, the elephant's foot was deemed so radioactive that being within viewing sight of it, believe it or not, actually gave you a lethal dose of radiation if you stood there for about 2 minutes. So yeah, really fun. Now the thing about me is that sometimes I have a hard time believing that. So right here, we got a little bit of a Geiger counter. Haters will call it a phone. Those people don't deserve happiness. So let's just go ahead and switch it on. I don't think it's supposed to make that sound. Now on to the next location. And buckle your seatbelts because we're going to Six Flags! Oh wait, no, this is a Chernobyl tour. You know what though? Close enough. Now standing behind us is the Pripyat amusement park. Now when it comes to this amusement park, although it is not exactly a part of Chernobyl, it still got put into the exclusion zone, so we're including it in this tour. I don't care what you think, I'm doing it. As you can imagine, it's been completely abandoned, with this Ferris wheel in the back being a common symbol of it. However, when it comes to the radiation levels in this park, they aren't as high as it is around the exclusion zones in Chernobyl. However, they are still quite high, as the moss can, get quite radioactive. And that's all I really have to say for this location. It's not the most important. So yeah, on to the next one. Now on to our next oh my god. I hired you for one thing! Hold the camera! Right! I give you one job, and you still manage to screw it up, dude. I don't care if you died 38 years ago. You still have a job. Oh, you think this is funny? Yeah. Gotta do everything myself, okay? Let me just real quick. Okay, a little bit higher. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Now on to the next location. Now, after all that we've looked at, I bet that you all are pretty hungry. So luckily, the next couple of locations that we're going on are cuisine-based. So let's just jump right in. Now, up first on our list, we have radioactive rubble. Now, when it comes to radioactive rubble, I've tried it myself. It doesn't taste the best to newcomers. It has quite an acquired taste, and it does take some time to chew. But personally speaking, once you get used to it, it doesn't actually taste that bad. Another option when it comes to cuisine is deformed cow. Now, when it comes to the taste of deformed cow, I gotta say, it's not exactly the kind of taste that you can really identify. It more or less just tastes like colors, but for the most part, yeah, pretty good. And the last cuisine option is catfish. Now, normally, having catfish as a meal would sound pretty normal, except in this case, they grow to about the size of sharks. So yeah, good luck catching those. And I believe that wraps up our tour. We saw the sights, we ate the cuisine, and we probably contracted lethal doses of radiation. But don't worry, I'll pay for all your medical bills. Wink, wink. And with that, I must say, good night, everybody. We hope you have a safe drive home, and God, why is this so bright? Wait, no! Oh, hold on. Wait a second. Oh wait, yeah, that explains a lot. Well, time to get back to whatever I was doing. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, 99 bottles of beer. Take one bottle down and pass it around. 98 bottles of beer on the wall.